Right, what's happening? What is the crack? We're over in Thailand with Oktagon Connect over in Phuket. So it took a wee while to get set up, but we're now back with Oktagon Connect, and we've got a treat today. We've got a treat today. So we've got April 20th, Octagon 56 coming up, and we have Dennis Frimpong versus Callum Mullen on the card. And for the UKNR scene, I think that's a massive fight. So today we're going to have the two lads on. We're going to have Callum Mullen on first. We're going to talk to him about the fight, talk to him how his lead up has went, and then the two lads are going to come on together, and then we'll talk to Dennis just after that as well. So, yes, if you've got any comments, got any questions for the lads, whack them into the comment section, and let's get to it. So, just welcome Callum Mullen into it. We'll get him in here now, so we can. Oh, where you comment? Where's it going? Yes, Callum, how's it going, bro?
Yes, bro. Good. How are you?
Good, mate. Good. So, Dennis Frimpong, then, like, we'll go straight into it. I know you've been training well. I know you've been doing all the things, so we don't even need to ask them questions. But how did this Frimpong fight come about? See, when I seen it, I did not expect it. I did not expect it at all.
So I wanted to get on the Newcastle card, and then they never put us on. So then obviously the Birmingham card were coming up, but obviously I sell a lot of tickets at home as well, so I wanted to get on the UK cards as well. And I don't feel like the show's really been like they haven't been selling out these arenas like what they do over in like the European countries, did they? So obviously, like it's a new show. It's a good show, and I think like compared to like majority of the other shows in like England, they're not. No one's filling out these arenas, so I feel like these have got an opportunity to do it, and I feel like if they get the right fighters on and put the good fights on, it'll happen. But yeah, the card happened, so that card never ended up happening. And then I said, look, I'll make sure I'm getting on this card, or at least get me out so I'm active. I've got a 4-fight deal with them. I've already had the 2 fights. I want my other 2 fights. I don't want to be sat around waiting for fights. I had to take a fight on a UKFC, but just because I couldn't get on any of the cards at any last year.
I seen that. You got the rear naked choke. Lovely stuff,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. But yeah, I just wanted to stay busy and then obviously get good fights as well.
Yeah, so like you just couldn't get on the Manchester card or the Newcastle cards, no? Just couldn't get any fights?
No, they were just. I don't. To be honest, I don't know why. What were really going on. They just never really put us on. Never heard much from it. So they were saying they were going to put us on, and then just not really coming back, and I didn't know what was going on with it.
So basically, the first fighter's name that came in, you were going to take it, basically.
Yeah. Just anyone. It's fucking. It's a good fight for me as well, innit? Dennis is a good opponent. People are going on slagging his record and this and that, but he's a good level opponent. He's not record. I said it in an interview yesterday. Records are for DJs. It don't mean not, does it?
Mm-hmm.
I just want to fight.
Well, exactly.
Out there.
That's it, bro. Like as you said, it's not really about the record. I actually when I was looking at the fight as well. I was surprised because in terms of Octagon, I just didn't really see it working. But see, in terms of the UK and Irish scene, obviously big time prospects with yourself and Dennis. I just think it's a very good fight for the scene. But what I wanted to ask you, lad, was so you fought at 145 pounds. You're coming up this time to go at 155.
Yeah,
Are you looking to stay?
I feel good at lightweight. I'd fight at 66 again as well, but it's just it's the last 2 fights at featherweight. I felt flat. I didn't use a nutritionist like I usually do. No excuse, do you know what I mean? I lost the fights fair and square. It is what it is. But I do feel like I'm level above them guys, and it just wasn't my night. But I felt like at 66 I just want going. Do you know what I mean? And I feel good at 70.
Yeah. Can I ask you, what do you walk about at? Is it a hard cut for feather?
I'm not even that heavy. I made that 70-kilo fight there. What I've just done on UKFC. I literally walked in on weight there. I was chilling, I was drinking and stuff. I'm not making 70 for me is not an issue at all.
So that was at lightweight. That was at 70.
Yeah, that was at lightweight. Literally, I'm chilling. Me, I could make. What day are we on today? We're on. I'd make lightweight this weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel good at this weight. I'm enjoying my training. I'm just you've got no stress about cutting weight and stuff like that. I'm happy at this weight. Bigger guys might be taller, might be a bit heavier, but fuck it, it's a fight, innit?
Exactly, bro. I'd say you're a big enough lightweight anyway. So
Yeah.
I think that's a good thing, man. The whole cutting the weight thing, it's it can be good, it can be bad, but like if you're feeling flat in some of your fights, man, then maybe coming up is better. But do you think you'd want to stay at lightweight, or after this fight, do you want to go back down and maybe get another fight at featherweight in Octagon?
Just see what happens, really. Like I say, I could step in any time to fight at lightweight, but then 66, I want like 10 weeks of like being with a nutritionist like I did before. Do you know, like when
Mm-hmm.
I fought on the Almighty for the title there, and I did a proper camp with a nutritionist for that, and it was the easiest weight cut going. I had to make 65.8, and I did it easy, but just the past two camps, I didn't really I didn't invest into the nutrition side.
Yeah, man, I'm the same.
It's
To be quite honest,
expensive as
I've
well,
never
innit?
had
You
a
know, like over camps and that, but obviously
bro.
worth it, innit?
Exactly. You'd like to have a wee bit of money left over, but you know what? You're getting punched in the head, and then you're getting left with no money. It's what are we doing, lad? What the hell are we doing?
Oh
But
yeah, but
anyway,
it's
brother.
the long run, innit?
Yeah, but it's like I don't know if you can make the weight. If you can make the weight, then it's all good. But like at the end of the day, man, it's the performance. So I'm looking forward to seeing you at 155, man. It's gonna be good to see you at 155.
Yeah, yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So look, we got the. I think the Menace is waiting on the line, and he's ready to come in. So the two lads are going to come in together here now. It's going to be good. It's all good. There's going to be law and order here. You know what I mean? So we're going to keep this sweet. But so yes, we're just going to welcome in the Menace, Dennis Frimpong, into the live. There we go. The three
Boys,
lads, boys. What's happening,
how
Dennis?
are
How
we?
are you, bro?
I'm good, mate. Yeah, bit of sparring this morning. Just waiting to do me next session now. I listen into a bit of the old chat there you were having.
You trying to get some intel before the big one in April 20th?
Nah, listen, it wasn't anything I didn't already know. Like, obviously Callum's coming up from featherweight. I knew I was going to be a bit bigger than him anyway. I don't know if I could ever make lightweight on a few days' notice, mate. That's pretty heavy. But listen, I rate him for taking the fight. He's coming up a weight against not a small lightweight, and unlike some of these Czech
Bro, you're
pussies
six
that
foot three. It's a massive lightweight.
listen, so you know what it is, mate. The reason I rate Callum is a lot of these Czech fighters. There's a certain guy, we both know who he is. He won't come up and fight me from featherweight. I want to fight
Say his
him.
name. Say his
Um,
name.
Radek Rushal, you know who I'm talking about, but he didn't want to fight me. He refused. A few other guys refused because they want to hide behind their
Sham Posey.
records. Yeah, mate, you know what it is? Like Callum just said, records are for DJs, mate. We're here to spin jaws, not fucking records. So, yeah,
Ooh.
I have massive respect for Callum for taking the fight. Obviously, we've had a bit of back and forth in the past, but like, whatever about anything else, mate, he signed on the dotted line when a lot of other people wouldn't, and he's coming up a weight class to fight me. So, fair play to him. He's not hiding behind his record anyway.
Yeah, no, I think that like I didn't know, to be quite honest, Dennis, I didn't know what to expect, how it was all going to unfold. But I do remember I'm not trying to play up here, but I do remember you were writing stuff on Instagram about the Mullen. So what is it? Is it just the change, because you weren't getting the fights, the checks weren't accepting, Callum stepped up from featherweight. Is this just where their specs coming from? Yeah.
Yeah, no, that is a big part of it. Obviously, I respect his skill set. He's pretty known on the scene. Obviously, some of the guys he's beaten are a bit so-so. I think it's a bit of like a Hassan situation, like it was in the house. His record is his record, but my record doesn't really speak volumes. I had 5 fights last year. Do you know what I mean? Or whatever it was, 4 or 5 fights last year. 2 of them aren't on my record, so. Yeah, it is what it is. I think we're pretty much evenly matched in terms of how many fights we've had and how much time we've actually spent in the cage, if that makes sense. But yeah, I mean, I'm only doing this game 2 years. He's at it. I don't know how many years he's been training, but he already had like 3 or 4 pro fights by the time I made Miami debut. So yeah, it's interesting to see that we're in the cage now on a big show like Octagon. at this stage.
Yeah.
But I definitely want that black hit though, red corner. Only one of us has a fight on Octagon anyway, so
So you want that black hit, the villain,
I want that red corner, secondary walkout, black
bro?
hit.
Hey, bro, you're not the big villain anymore. It's Akon, man. It's Akon. Akon is taking over, mate.
Mate, Akon's an apologist, mate. Fuck Akon. You know what I mean?
Here,
I'm
Callum.
focused on.
Well, we'll go on to Akon later, but here, Callum. So, even just what Dennis was saying there, like about the experience, do you think that's going to play a big part? He says that about his pro and then when he made his amateur, you made your pro debut. Do you think that's actually going to come into play? Whereas you've been in the pro ranks for a good lot of time, that's going to play into your advantage in the fight.
As an amateur, I feel like at the professional level, I ain't had that many like high level fights. But as an amateur, I feel like I definitely had a lot of like good tests as an amateur out there. But I feel like when you first have your first like couple of pro fights on the local scene, you never seem to get legit guys. Especially like, these local shows now, you don't want to get like two good guys, high level guys out fighting against each other. Whereas like me and him are on Octagon now, it's happening. Do you know what I mean? There's lads that are avoiding each other just to chase to get to UFC.
But I mean, I had my pro debut in Dubai. I'm surely you could have just gone abroad and had a pro debut out there against a good guy.
Where did I have my pro debut? Cage Steel. That was just down to my coach that matched that. I don't pick any of my fights. I got sent like your name straight away, accepted it. Same with like anyone else. I never like say, I want to do this, I want to do that. And to be honest, it's good that you could go out there in Dubai and have your first pro debut out there, because not many people get to do that, do they? I don't know any other fighters that have really got to do that.
I mean, I got fucking robbed out there, so maybe I would have been better off doing the regional shows. You know what I mean? But yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, but amateur, I fought everyone out there. I feel like I went in that tournament on UKFC. Fought like the featherweights, so meant to be like the best featherweights around at the time.
It was your hardest fight at amateur?
Fought Connor Hitchens, fought Adam Walsh.
Adam Walsh is alright. Connor Hitchens is a bum, mate. Let's be fucking honest.
Dennis, who's your hardest fight at amateur?
Hey, I think Aaron McDonald is my hardest fight at amateur, to be fair.
What did you two fight? Yeah.
This guy with a pink background. Nah, but lads, like it's what do you think about it? Like in terms of the the Irish and UK scene. Like I'll be honest with you, as I was saying the common stuff beforehand, let's be honest, like what do you think it does for you in terms of the Octagon scene? Like in rankings and moving to the next step or whatever. Like I'll go with you, Dennis, first. Remember, I was saying like it is massive I think it's very, very big for the UK and Irish scene. But like in terms of Octagon, where do you see it, like the progression?
I'll be fairly honest, I don't really think that beating Callum does much for me in terms of the Octagon fans, because all they're going to turn around and say is, yeah, well, he's 0-2 in Octagon anyway. You just beat a guy who couldn't win an Octagon. Do you know what I mean? But I do think that the fans over here will rate it. Do you know what I mean? And I think that, I'll be honest, I think that UK and Ireland are miles ahead of the European scene. You've seen what I done to Siraki, and he's like meant to be a veteran of their game or whatever. Obviously, could have finished him, whatever. But I played with him. You know what I mean? I didn't. I was just having fun in there. So yeah, I think that the Czech fans won't really rate when I beat him, but I still think Callum's a harder fight than a lot of the guys that are ranked in Octagon at lightweight, at featherweight. Do you know what I mean? So.
And what about you, Callum, in terms of like your progression for Octagon and stuff? Like, do you even see it as being a big fight for the UK and Irish scene?
Yeah, I see it as a big fight. I feel like, look at Octagon's poster, his face is all over it, innit? He's obviously being the bad guy on the show. He did well. He sold himself there, and like a lot of people are giving him shit, but like he's doing it for himself, innit? He's building his name for himself. He's trying to get. He's not bothered if people love him or hate him, is he? You know, like fucking. It's his career. End of the day, no matter what, if he wins or loses, nobody really cares apart from himself, do they? Do you know what I mean? He's just doing the best for his own career, and that's that. I feel like it is.
Got to look after number one.
What's that?
You got to look after number one, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so like he did that on the TV show, and it's got him out there. Look, his face is all over it. He's getting looked after by him, innit? So that's it. Yeah, he's off for the regional shows, and he's a big name in Oktagon, isn't he?
Yeah, man, that's it. So like, even coming up to the fight, like, is there gonna be any trash talk, Dennis? Are you just gonna leave it at this one? Is this it? Like, you know what I mean? Full respect until the cage door is closed.
Hey, listen, like, obviously, as the carbs start coming down and I start getting a bit crankier, I might turn it up a little bit, you know what I mean? But like, at the end of the day, anything that's said, it's to sell the fight. Like Callum knows what the sus is. Do you know what I mean? I'm here to sell fights at the end of the day. We're not here to just get in the cage. We're here to get people interested in the fight, right? But I do just maintain that like semblance of respect for him for even taking the fight when a lot of other people wouldn't. So yeah, there is that. You know what I mean? He could have easily just said, "Nah, I'm not fighting a guy who's 2-2," or you know what I mean. I don't want to fight a lightweight, especially a big lightweight. But yeah, I think maybe at the face-off he might be regretting the decision when he actually sees me face to face. But we'll see.
I've seen you face to face. I come down to top team, didn't I? Before.
Were you in top team? Were you in top team when I was in top team? I don't think I was there that day.
We were both on the mat at the same time, yeah.
Is it?
I don't
remember that.
Did you train in top team as well, Callum?
No, I've just been down now and again, got like sparring rounds in and that. I've sparred LeRon a couple of times.
Why did you not spar me?
I don't know where you were. I went down, sparred LeRon one time, and then second time, in fact, you know I were on the mat because I come down with Bennett. Remember, and then you started giving Bennett a bit of shit.
Yeah. I actually rolled with Ben as well. Yeah, I actually rolled with Ben as well. I didn't even know we were there that day, to be fair. But yeah. Nah, fair play.
Mad. It feels weird to hear this with you, Dennis. You know, we were expecting the popcorn coming out, but you know what, man? This is what the game's about. Respect, man, as well. And you know, you two lads are getting in there, and you're just gonna smash the heads of each other either way. So that's it. Like, and Callum, you said you needed to jump off, didn't you? 20 past.
Yeah, but you can run over. I've got half past. I'm starting the session.
So we're signed then. So like, even I don't even want to even say this because I know you're both are just gonna say it. You're not gonna say it, but like leading up to the fight, you know, is there any specific things you've seen the Callum does, or any like areas that you want to go on and talk about? Don't give anything away. I'll go to you, Dennis, first.
I just think Callum's really good at the basics, but he's just that. He's just too basic, and I'm not a basic fighter. I'm more unorthodox. There's not really anyone he can get that's going to prepare him for me. I don't think he's going to be able to deal with the range. I don't think he's going to be, you know, he's going to maybe look at the George fight and think I can't wrestle, but I'll be honest, George is fucking good. Do you know what I mean? No one's ever done that to me. So I don't think Callum's going to be able to do that to me, especially coming up from a smaller weight class. So yeah, I see a lot of holes in his game, and I think I'm going to get a knockout. I think out of the two of us, we both know who the knockout artist is. You know, sure, Callum's not had a knockout since before I fought amateur, so I think we both know what he's coming to do. He's coming to grab me, try and pull me against the fence, pull me legs from out underneath me, maybe try and hold me down for a bit, soften me up, and try and get onto me back or get onto a submission. But I don't think he's going to be able to do that.
So, Callum, what about you? The boys are saying the Bradford boys are coming. What about you? What do you see anything? I don't even want to ask is because I don't want you to point stuff out. But like, what do you think? You know,
he's
coming back
tall,
to
he's
what
long.
Dennis says.
He's tall, he's long, he's rangy, and like he says, he's got an unorthodox style striking. But I've sparred a lot of guys on the feet, world level guys, and I held my own against them. I've done it with grapplers, and I'm confident everywhere. No matter where the fight goes, I'm going to be confident to go. I've sparred George as well, so I know how good I am against George as well.
Hey, styles make fights, lad. I'm not going to be shooting on you.
No, that's it. I'm not saying I'm going to shoot on you. I'm just going to ready. I'm ready then.
Hey lad, we both know you're gonna shoot on me, and if you haven't already decided,
I'm not bothered, bro. Honestly, I'd stand in the middle with you, no problem.
Mate,
yes, lad. Yes,
bro.
This is it.
Within the first 30 seconds of the round, you're gonna realize the range is too far, and you're gonna shoot on me. We both know it, like, you know, like, let's just call it a spade a spade. It's a clash of styles, you know what I mean? It's gonna be a grappler versus a striker.
We'll see you'll see that what we're shooting.
Frimpong's gonna pull guard.
Hey, we make a gentleman's agreement now that you won't shoot. How about that?
We'll make an agreement then there.
lads. Yeah, what was I gonna say? So even April 20th is coming up. Well, how many weeks are we out? We're
6.5 weeks.
7 weeks. Is it 6 months? 7, innit?
God, it feels like it feels. When did this fight get made? This is about 3 weeks ago, was it?
I think it was a couple of weeks ago. I was still on my holidays, fucking 87 kilo, fat as fuck. Tell you what, hey, Callum's never seen 87 kilo on the scale anyway, I'll tell you
85 I've seen, 85 I've seen.
Oh! Plenty of bananas, Christmas dinners. That's the only time. But so even when like actually from this, so I'll go to you, Callum, first, mate. So say you do get the win on April the 20th. Where do you want to go from there? And where do you want to go from there? I was going to ask you how you think you're gonna win, but give me that as well. How do you think you're gonna win as well?
I just see myself coming out victorious, no matter where it is. Like, we're winning the fight regardless. What was the other question?
So I was just basically asking you, how do you think you're going to win the fight? I give you like 2 questions and just in a whole big mad one there. But yes, basically, how you think you're going to win the fight, and do you have any idea of where you want to go after if you get the win?
No, just see whatever they offer after that, and then just go from there. Like, I'm ready to go again after. Yeah, just whatever they put forward, I'll be ready to accept.
And we fight prediction. What are you saying?
Just see myself winning.
Yeah. Right, Dennis, we'll go to you, big man.
I'm gonna knock him out. I'm gonna call out Radek Rushal, and I'm gonna send him back to UKFC 0-3. Straight. How
are you gonna do it?
How am I gonna knock him out?
Spinning up kick, or something, or tornado kick.
Nah. None of that fancy shit this time. No playing games. I respect the skill set more than I did Siraki's. You know, Siraki was about 4 foot tall, so I could afford to do all that. But then again, you know, the head kicks might actually land on the side of his chin because he's not 4 foot tall. So we'll see. But there'll be no showboating. There'll be none of that. I'm gonna walk him down. When I have him hurt, I'm gonna walk him down. I'm gonna throw sharp objects at him, and it's gonna be either a TKO or a clean knockout. But either way, I think that's gonna be that. I know he signed for 4 fights, but that I think after 0-3 they might just let him go. You know, I heard PFL are doing another tournament next year, so that might be where he has to go after that.
Well, there you go, lads. So here, actually, it just came to my head there. The fight right here. What do you think? Where do you think these will be on the card? These are looking like these might be.
We've got. Hey, listen. We've got to be main.
I know
you've
got. There's a few fights to be made still, but where do you think you should be on?
Is that not the actual main card? Is that not the card?
Nah. They always do this, mate. They always do this. They always fucking put the card out and then they end up changing what the order is. But I listen. I think opening the main card or second.
Yes.
Yeah, you know. I think Akon's main event now. The Tip Sport, isn't it?
Yeah, I think I've seen it's got moved the Birmingham card, but I don't know if is it main event.
I think that'll be headlining it, yeah. But no, listen, I think deservedly we should be on the main card, at least opening it or second fight in the main card. You know,
I totally agree.
Finally, Callum's fighting a superstar, so he's gonna get off the prelims. We'll be on the main card. You know, I'll be in the red corner. Obviously, I won't have this white shite on me. I'll have a black kit suiting the villain, and we'll get Callum off the prelims before he gets booted out of Oktagon.
There you go. Callum, what do you got to say about that? Do you think this is all gonna happen?
I just see me retiring him, to be honest.
I can maybe pull something out of his lads. I can pull something out of his.
I just see me finishing his career. That's it.
You could never finish my career, lad.
We'll find out.
This is. I like this, lads. I actually like this because it's there. You can see the respect between you both, but it's still a bit like, fuck. I gotta get you, like, you know what I mean. I like it, lads. But look, I think have you got anything else to say to each other? Well, here, actually, yes. Last words before you probably see each other on April 20th, the fight week. So yeah, Callum, you want to go first, and then you want to say to Dennis before you leave?
No, that's it. No.
Happy days, full respect. And you, Dennis?
Yeah, big respect for taking the fight, lad. Big jump up in competition for you. Big jump up in weight for you. So, yeah, train hard, lads, and try not to get knocked out on April 20th.
There we go.
Right. Lovely, fellas. Callum, appreciate you coming on, brother. That was great. Good luck in the rest of the camp, and enjoy your training session there as well, lad.
Nice one. Cheers.
My guy. See you soon. Thank you, man. So, there we have it. We had Mr. Callum Mullen on the podcast, Oktagon Connect, and maybe the popcorn had to get put away there, but we've got the menace here on his own, and we can see other things to say as well.
We can start the real show now. Yeah, now that Callum's gone.
Right, I gotta lean back and take my mic over here, mate. What's this? You like this studio now, bro?
I love the studio, mate. I don't know about the pink light, mate. That's some LGBTQ shit, that, mate. Fucking hell.
But you know what the thing is? There's no shadows, mate. I know what I'm doing here now, bro. This is like the studio type. No shadows, mate.
Building the experience, lad. Yeah.
Anyway, lad. What's the crack?
Yeah, man. I feel good. Honestly, I think after that last fight, something clicked. You get those click moments. And I just felt my level fly up. And when I come back in the gym and started training, obviously I had my little holiday. Come back, started training. I felt sharp straight away. Like, I'm only, 2 weeks in the camp, this third week in camp. And I'm already doing really well against guys that are deep in their camp. Guys that used to beat me when I was in the George camp. I'm having close rounds with them now. Guys aren't really taking me down. If they do manage to get a little takedown off an overcommittal shot, I'm getting straight back up. My jiu-jitsu's improved, weirdly enough, the last little while, which I hadn't really felt an improvement in my jiu-jitsu the last while. So yeah, I think by the time it comes to the fight, mate, I'm going to be too strong, too fit, and too sharp for him. That's just that, but.
How do you feel the fight is actually going to go? Obviously with Callum there, you wanted to be respectful, but
listen, like I'm actually going to knock him out. Like I think it's going to go very similarly to the Hassan fight, where he's going to come out, he's going to have to exert himself too much, while I'm not coasting, but just striding out. And then he's gonna get tired at the end of the first round. The second round's gonna happen, and I think midway through the second round, towards the end of the second round, I'm gonna TKO him or get a clean knockout. And that's just how I see it. I only come for knockouts. Obviously people say, "Oh, I'll win by whatever means." Yeah, I will win by whatever means, but I'm trying to knock him out. Jesus loves knockouts. The Oktagon fans love knockouts. I love knockouts. Do you know what I mean? The bonus. Do you get me? Oh. I'm out here skint. I need that 5K. Do you get me? But yeah, no, real talk. I'm only ever going for the knockout. And like I said, there's something about getting a knockout. There's like a buzz and an adrenaline. I don't know whether it's that. Maybe I'm a bit of a crackhead when it comes to that adrenaline rush. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, that's what I'm coming to do. I'm not going to overcommit on anything. But I am gonna knock him out,
And do you think that he is gonna go and try and wrestle you and try and take you down, or maybe hold you up against the cage?
Absolutely, mate. Like you just said, he's trained with George. He thinks he done all right with him in the wrestling, so he's gonna think he can do what George did to me. But he's not George, and I'm not even the same Dennis I was when I fought George. So realistically, I can't see it going well for him. Like I said, he's basic. He's very pattern based. Like, I'll be honest. I watch it. People say they don't watch their opponents. I watch all my opponents every time. As soon as I get a fight against my opponent, I'm watching. I've probably watched his 2 Octagon fights and a couple of his other fights maybe 10 times each, and that's not an exaggeration. Like, obsessively. I'll give it a couple of days. I'll watch it again. I'll see something else. I'll watch it with my coach. I'll watch it with someone else. I'll see what they see, and I'll just process the information. But I'll be honest, the first 2 times I watched his couple fights on Octagon, I found some patterns that he probably doesn't even know he does. But I think it's going to be very hard. Like, I could probably even tell him what the patterns are, and it's too short of a window because he has been training for a while, you know what I mean? And for you to take those patterns out, it's going to take more than 6 or 7 weeks, and then obviously when you're in there and the adrenaline's pumping and you get hit with a few shots, you just revert back to what you've been doing. But yeah, like with Siraki, when I watched his fights, there was not as many patterns. He was quite wild and quite unorthodox in his own way, just swings randomly, so it was almost harder to like find the secret to that puzzle. But with Callum, because he is quite technical, it's like easier to break down almost and easier to find the patterns. And expect a knockout. Definitely.
Yeah, so like, man, that's class though. Like, so you're basically downloading that data, like getting that even before you even get in there. What was I going to say? So I was just looking at the comments there. So you got Shamrock, the man, the legend. Get him unbanned as well. Is he still banned?
What, I'm banned?
On Instagram?
Oh, Shem, bro, they banned his second account and everything, mate. Wild. Someone's out to get him. He must have shagged Mark Zuckerberg's missus or something like.
But because the consensus is that he is gonna. Yep, lad, Instagram. So like the consensus is he is gonna come out and wrestle. For some reason, I think he's gonna try and stand as well. Like, he's gonna have to mix it up, obviously, because if he can't be just run straight into any takedowns.
Mate, listen, watch my Siraki fight, my fight with George, my fight with Bo, my fight with Hassan. Yeah, people strike with me for literally, it's almost on the dot. First round we start, 30 seconds in max. They're shooting 30 seconds max. Like, I think Hassan was 30 seconds he shot. George shot off the bat. Bo tried to shoot straight away. I defended it. And Bladen, who else was I saying? Siraki, I missed a head kick, he shot. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think people honestly, like, within a few seconds you realize, oh my God, this guy is fucking long. And then you get hit with a shot from across the cage and you're going, nah, fuck this. Do you know what I mean? And that's what's going to happen. He's going to shoot on me. Like, he's going to try and get me in the cage. But let's be honest, like, he struggled to take down Paulus, who's a bantamweight. He struggled to hold him down. The guy got back up and he was getting held up in the cage by Paulus. And he just said he could make lightweight this week. Do you know what I mean? I definitely couldn't make lightweight this week. I'm telling you that for a fact. I'm going to be a big boy in there. And he's going to be honestly very surprised, So yeah, let's see what it brings. But
yeah, I think it is as well, lad. With the length, I think once you're in there, you're like, oh God, right? He's got a mad range here. So there's like, right, no chance like you're gonna try and cut that distance. But I was gonna ask you this: have you sent them any wee private messages or any DMs? You usually like DMing them, nah.
No. To be fair, listen, the only reason I started harassing Siraki, I was going to be respectful with Siraki as well because he signed the contract, but fucking cunt started chatting to me. So I said, "What? Okay, you opened the can of worms. Don't get me wrong, I've got the clip loaded. Yeah, like I've got the Mullen memes ready. If he wants to go there, if he wants to take it there, we can take it there. But for now, I'm going to be respectful. Of course course I have, mate. Are you mad? What do you think I do on a Sunday? I don't train on a Sunday. I'm just at home making memes about future opponents, current opponents. Do you know what I mean? So I've got the weapons cache ready.
Boulders,
And
bro.
so yeah, like let's see if he wants to keep it respectful. To be fair, some of his fans have been giving me a bit of shit, but that's just the Bradford boys being the Bradford boys. They're gonna back their kid, aren't they?
Yeah, I think it's a great fight. Like I really do. So saying we said there when we were with Callum, you said you were going to call out Radic. After the fight, is that the only name you're sort of trying to go after if you get the win?
I mean, I don't know if he's going to accept, and I quite think he won't accept. So if he won't accept, that fucking bum chin cunt that can't fucking wrestle, Hafeni Nafuka, 45-year-old fake passport immigrant, he can get it. Guy's got wrinkles. They're saying he's 20, mate. The guy's got wrinkles on the top of his head and all. Like, I'm like, and look, I don't look like a spring chicken, but I am nearly 30. You know what I mean? But I admit that I'm nearly 30. Do you get me? He's trying to play it off like, imagine now I started saying, oh, I'm actually 19. Like, fuck off, man. You know what I mean? Like, about 19, man. You're talking shit. You know what I mean? So I want to see his actual birth certificate. I want to see his actual birth cert. I want to see if it's real. I want it legitimized. And then I want some carbon dating done on him or something. Because the fella's got skin like wood anyway. So you could do, you used to see in history class, the wood rings. The wood rings. You can count the rings on the wood. Count the wrinkles on the back of his head, mate. That's how many years he's old.
The desks?
The fucking, yeah, mate. You can carbon aging. Do you get me? But listen, he's definitely not 20 years old. And he's also shit. We've seen his performance on the weekend. And I'd never normally be the type to celebrate another man's victory because that fair play, Bogdanovic got that win. I wasn't in there, but he was the one that was chatting shit when I lost against George, putting me on his story, sending me DMs and all that. And he's gone fucking awful quiet now when I've been DMing him about his loss. So he's got a bitch mentality, bro. So it's either Radic or him, no one else. That's really the ones I want. I think he's more likely to accept than Radic as well. So
yeah, I think he's, is he 8-2 or 8?
Is he? Fuck me. He's like, I don't know. He's 45. That's all I know.
I think he. Let me see. I thought he was. I thought he had.
Yeah, it might be 8-1 or something. If I think he fought some fucking tournament.
Yeah, 8-1, isn't he? But then I was counting the loss on the weekend there.
Mate, who the fuck is he? Who the fuck is he beat though? Do you know what I mean? The first guy he fought that was half decent, Bogdanovic, smoked him, negated everything he could do, couldn't do shit. Do you know what I mean? Like, and listen, no one is finishing me from my back.
So do you not think going for Nafuka would be a better fight to go for then? Because he was in the game. Think about this, Dennis. Think about this. You go and get the win, and then you go and beat Nafuka, right? He was already competing in the game sport, tip sport, game changer.
Yeah, and then you know what? It would annoy me though because after I smoke him, that's me proving that I could have been in the game changer. It's just going to annoy me because the game changer is already on. Yeah. It's only gonna wreck my head because then I'm going to be like, well, see, you should have put me in there, but it's not going to put me in there. Do you know what I mean? It's not going to like inject me in the game changer all of a sudden. And also, listen, I have personal reasons that I want to fight Radic. Yeah, he's beat 2 of my teammates, and both of those fights were on short notice. I think a week's notice and 2 weeks' notice. So the guy's a bully. Do you know what I mean? He just likes fighting people on short notice. Take a full camp fight against me, and I'll knock you out, Radic. Do you know what I mean? As for Nafuka, obviously, it is what it is with him. I think his stand-up is so shit that honestly he could train for the next 3 years and I'll still knock him out. Where with Radic, I know it's going to be a bit of a stand-up battle. Do you know what I mean? He'll actually pose a bit of a threat on the feet. People see my fights. I don't fucking shoot on people, so it's going to be a stand-up battle, isn't it? where Nafuka's going to be shooting from the fucking changing rooms, mate. You know what I mean? And you know,
Yeah, even that's what we'll go on to. So I just seen Shamrock said Hostpor was trash. Yeah, he was trash.
I wouldn't even bother fighting Hosenpour, mate. Hosenpour is like 45 as well. Actually,
he's
45.
I'm pretty sure he's 40. Yeah, he was trash. Like, and but so we got to see the lightweights. We didn't get to see Akon, and we didn't get to see Akon fight.
No, we did. No, we did. No, we did see Akon.
Oh.
We saw Akon get punched up, and then look for the guy that punched him, and he was stood right in front of him. So we saw what Akon's really about. Do you know what I mean? He is a Jedi nerd. He is from Wolverhampton. He's not from Birmingham, and he's an internet personality. He's not a fighter. Do you know what I'm saying?
So what about all that commotion? What do you think of that with Akon and the coaches?
Listen. Akon tried to take a page out of mine and Shamrock's book. Yeah, he literally quoted things I have said line for line. I think I said in an interview not too long ago that I don't respect the opponent. I don't have too much respect for the opponent until we've fought. You get respect afterwards. I said that about Siraki. Respect after the war. He quoted me word for word. He started trying to play the villain and all this. But listen, he came out then and he apologized like a little beta. Do you know what I mean? So if he was really about it, he wouldn't have come and apologized for getting jumped. He's the one that got jumped. Not only that, he got jumped, got hit in the face, yeah, and then walked past the guy who hit him in the face about 4 times. So he showed what he's about. You know what I mean? I honestly think that the fans, they hate me and Shem, but they know that if they seen us in the flesh, they'd look at the floor. Do you know what I mean? They wouldn't say anything to us in person. Where with Akon, I think they genuinely think, like an average person could probably think, yeah, I'd have Akon. He's a fucking wally. Like, you just stick it on him, bro, and he's gonna just run around schoolyard shit. Oh, stop holding me back! Who hit me? You know them ones, like fucking hell, mate. Like he's a gimp.
Who's holding me back? Someone hold me back quickly.
You know what I mean? Stop holding. You know them ones where like the guy's not holding you back, but you're like stood behind him, like stop holding me back, bro. He's a muppet. He showed that to everyone, and I think he's hated in a different way where people legitimately, like, they hate him and they don't actually want to watch him fight. Where with me and Shem, they hate us, but they still want to watch us fight. Do you know what I mean? And the views prove that.
That is true. So even right, well, what did you take from the Tip Sport Game Changer tournament? Like in terms of all the lightweights, how do you see yourself going against, say, even any of them? Because you know that it's usually the top guys in the division who are fighting in usually the Tip Sport Game Changer tournament. So
yeah,
what were you feeling after watching the tournament on Saturday? Did it give you a lot of confidence?
No. You know what it gave me? It fucking pissed me off, mate. I'll be honest, yeah. And nothing about, I'm not pissed off at Oktagon. I'm not pissed off at the matchmakers and that. I think they had everything already set up before I'd even had a win in Oktagon, Obviously with my record, it doesn't show well if I go in and start beating guys. But honestly, mate, like there's guys on there that I'm like, I would fucking snack on him. He's not even a meal. He's a snack. Do you know what I mean? There was a couple of guys who impressed me, obviously. Machev honestly impressed me. The guy who fought Paradise, Attila Kormaz, he impressed me. I thought he won the fight, to be quite honest. I thought so as well. I think if Paradise wasn't Slovak, he probably wouldn't have got the nod. I think obviously Keita didn't fight. Keita's the one I'm interested in as well. But Amir Khani, mate, I'd fucking batter him. Amir Khani's UFC vet. How many UFC fights? I'd fucking batter him, bro. He's dog shit. He's got a fucking a single leg and an anaconda or a Darius, and that's it. He shoots, he fails, and then he quits. Who else fought on there? Kohut.
Who?
Kohut, Matthias Kohut. Shit, bro. Absolute dog shit, mate. not to take away from Legarski, he's good as well, but Kohut's fucking pony, mate. Hosenpur was in a fucking reserve fight. Shit. Honestly, fucking Wally, mate. I don't know where they pulled him out of, but
I know. I seriously didn't know where he came from. He was useless. What do you think of the guy that he fought? Yakic, is it? The one who
the
Hosen fought?
Macedonian guy,
Yeah.
Jancic, he was all right,
Yakic,
but like, it's also easy to look good against a guy that shit. Do you know what I mean? Like, so I don't know.
just covering up, but didn't he? You know what I mean? So he didn't even want to be there, but like.
Yeah.
So you're saying that you're frustrated? You're actually you're pissed off.
Frustrated, mate. Frustrated. I think if they put me in there, you know, bar maybe like a couple of the guys. I'll be honest, yeah. Like I'm a fucking prick, yeah. But I'll be honest. I would not have liked to have gotten Machev in the first round because he's fucking good. You know, he's the guy that I probably put as my favorite to win the whole thing. I think people are going to struggle with him. He has good takedown defense. He has sharp hands. He's compact, hits hard.
Yeah.
Who else did I think was shit? Lengal. You know, yeah, he survived, but Daniel Torres must have the fight IQ of a 6-year-old because he beat his leg up, had him on one leg, and then just didn't kick his leg again. He shot takedowns. So yeah, Daniel Torres, highest ranked fighter in the Game Changer on Fight Matrix. Poo, bro. That looked like a pub fight. Two boys just swinging haymakers at each other. I don't think there was one straight shot thrown in that whole fight. I would fuck Daniel Torres up. I'd fuck Lengal up. I'd fuck most of them guys up. You know what I mean? Paradise would be a good fight, I think. You know, if he doesn't get the little a bit of a flu again and make excuses. I think Machev would be the worst matchup for me. Yeah, he's probably the guy I'd like to fight the least in the whole thing. But yeah, honestly, disappointed in the guys that they had in there. You know, because I know there's better fighters in Octagon that they could have put in. You know, they could have put me in. Fucking, they could have put George in, mate. George would have been better there. George would run through most of them guys.
I was just about to say about Georgia. You can see him in there as well. I seen Shem saying Lengal was the worst of all, and the Fuka. Shem and Lengal, they've got a wee bit of something.
Mate, Lengal is, yeah. I don't. All he has is a spinning back fist. Yeah, all he has is spinning back fist and a overhand. Like, and that Daniel Torres is not that good either, to be honest. They literally gave him the best matchup for him to beat a striker who just throws haymakers. So it's 50-50 now. You know what I mean? I think anyone decent would have butchered Lengal in there. And yeah, Lengal, I think, Shem versus Lengal is a good fight. If Shem fights Lengal, it's got to be me and Rushi, hasn't it? On the same card. Battle of the dynamic duos. I think that's
that could be something set up nicely.
That's the one to make realistically. Let's be honest.
Dennis, you want to fight everybody? There's about 6 names here we got to go through.
I don't want to fight everybody. I want to fight certain people, and then obviously anyone in my weight division that's in my way on the way to the belt. But I'll be honest. After Callum gets smoked, I don't want to hear about any more UK guys. I want to go over to the Czech Republic. I want to fight over there. I want to fight in Germany. I want to fight Nafuka in Germany. You know what I mean? I want to fight people in their backyards. Obviously, I know like the UK is technically Callum's backyard, but in that case, like if you want me in a home fight, where's the Irish cards at? Do you know what I mean?
Get the Irish card. That's it. What do you think? Do you think it will be an Irish card?
I think they should. I think that they'll very quickly see the difference between Irish MMA fans and UK MMA fans in terms of they show up and they're fucking loud. Do you know what I mean? And they cheer. You know what I mean? They cheer their people on. So I think that would be a good shout. I think that they're really missing out on a big portion of the Octagon UK and Ireland market if they don't go to Ireland. So.
Mm-hmm. So, Dennis, there we go. There we have it. Actually, one more. Who do you think's gonna win in the Akon and Siraj fight?
I think Siraj is gonna batter him. I mean, I've watched Siraj. You know, I was actually wanting to jump in because I heard that Akon Siraj wasn't happening and all this. So I was actually hoping I could jump in. So I watched a bit of Siraj. I actually hadn't watched him until that point. And he's got good kickboxing. He's got good kicks. You know, so I think he might hurt Akon with some leg kicks, hit those little toothpicks a little bit, and hurt him a little bit. Akon will shoot. When he can't get him down, he'll quit. You know. But yeah, let's see. Anyway, all I know is Akon is getting absolutely terrorized in Birmingham. You know, because no, like now that we've seen what a bitch he is, like, you know, someone's gonna run up and hit you a dig, and you're gonna be asking who hit me when the guy's standing right there in front of you. We've seen what he's about. You know what I mean? He needs to go back to stripping and OnlyFans and being Daniela Helmsley's cum rag.
What was that?
I said he needs to go back to being Daniela Helmsley's cum rag.
Sorry, mate. Just needed you to say it again. Anyway, Dennis, you're an absolute legend, mate. That was so fun, mate. I'm absolutely sweating here. It is, I think it's 2 a.m. here.
Oh, you're in fucking Thailand as well, mate. I fucking forgot about that, mate. Hey, tell Mate Kuznik I said what's up, yeah?
Yeah, well, I will.
Tell him to stop getting raped by ladyboys as well.
Look at you, Dennis. Oh, you gotta love it, mate. You gotta love it, bro. I love it. Like, right? Let's wrap this up, big man. It was good speaking to you again, Dennis. You're an absolute legend.
Appreciate it.
And you want to say just before you go off here, man?
Yeah, Radek Rushal, you're a fucking bum, pussy. Callum Mullen has some balls that you could never have. Yeah, so obviously UK fighters have a bit more balls. He's coming up from featherweight to fight me. You fought at 60, 76, 77, 75, 72. You won't come up and fight me. So, listen, all I can say is pussy.
Brilliant. Love it here. And everyone as well, thanks for all the comments. We should have had Shamrock on with us as well. Like, you know what I mean? He was just in the comments. We should have had him on as well.
Hey, get the two of us on soon, mate. Get the two of us on.
Let's do it. Actually, let's do it next week.
100%.
Brilliant. Right, Dennis. All the best, lad. I'll get speaking to you soon again.
Check the big boy lightweight biceps, mate.
Quick wee question. What weight are you?
I'm over 80 kilo. Let's just say that.
We'll leave it at that. Brilliant, Dennis. Thank you very much, lad. And thank you everyone for tuning in and leaving your comments. It was good crack today with the lads. And yes, that's it for Oktagon Connect. Thank you very much. And thank you, Dennis.
Appreciate it, lad.
See you later.
Go on, lad.
So there we have it. Oktagon Connect over with. First one over in Phuket, Thailand. And it was great to have Callum Mullen on and Dennis Frimpong on for their fight. It's coming up on April 20th in Oktagon 56. You can get the tickets at Ticket Factory. They're out now. So go over and get your tickets. And yeah, still some big fights. Shamrock still to be announced. George Sainton still to be announced. So still big fights to be announced. There's a cracking card already. And yeah, I can't wait for it. So yes, thanks everybody for tuning in. And I'll hopefully see you next week.